Yeah, let's do it.
It's easy to sum it up. We talking about practice.
Because it's about as casual as it gets.
What's the problem now?
That's a clown question, bro.
I think we ought to send a beating at least.
World champions!
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
Philadelphia, looking as only you can look. Woo!
Here we go.
I would have guaranteed that AJ would be the one that wants to dump it on Sirianni.
Let's see.
And Devontae, and either way.
Uh-oh. Good move there.
Oh.
Great maneuver.
A little okey doke.
The best shower Nick Sirianni will ever.
Welcome to the Philly Podcast. This week, our friend and special guest and your favorite Wawa ambassador, Holdyn Barder, joins us to go over his favorite moments from the 2024 season and Super Bowl 59. He's going to talk about the future of the team heading into 2025, into this draft. All this and more on Broken Bell Network's Philly Podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Eric and Chris.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Philly Podcast. My name's Eric. That is Chris. And as you can see, we got our special guest, Holdyn Barder, with us tonight to go over, like Woody the intern just told you, about the Eagles season, the Super Bowl run, all that good stuff, and all of his things that he has coming up in the near future. So, gentlemen, good to see you guys again. Holdyn, welcome back, my friend.
Great to see you, Eric and Chris. Thank you so much for having me. This is always a blast, man. I'm always ready to talk Philly sports. So here we go.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. I was when we were doing the producing stuff in the backstage and getting ready for the show. This is the third time you're on the show. The first time was in January 2024. I think it was right after the Eagles lost to Tampa Bay. And then we had you on in December, and I was thinking it was right before the Washington game. And then,
That's right, man. Oh, what's crazy? This is the third time I'm so grateful to be on here, but it's crazy how like our conversations have shifted so much. I think the first time we talked, it was like the worst season ever. We lost everything. Like we maxed out all our credit cards on burn our Eagles jerseys, and then now we're back with the Super Bowl ring. So what the hell is going on? I don't know. But I'm here for the ride. So our conversation today is going to look a little different. I love the hoodie. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is the hoodie from Monkey's uncle that was especially made.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
It was specially made just because it's 8X.
Yes. To fit over my head.
I love it. Hey, I eat a lot of cheesesteaks too. It's okay, brother.
Yeah, I just want to chime in to the people watching the show. Edmundo Sosa just doubled in the eighth inning, and the Phillies now lead 5-1.
Ah, okay.
That guy should play every day.
There you go. But yeah, so we have Holdyn on. We're going to talk about obviously, the plays from the Super Bowl. I have two specific plays that I want to ask him about. I don't know if Eric has anything. It's probably the same two specific plays, but I know a lot of people who were not Philadelphia fans said it was one of the most boring Super Bowls ever, and I absolutely loved it.
Boring? Well, boring for who?
If you didn't like the Eagles.
Yeah. I think everybody.
What was the script?
Everybody in America was rooting for Philly, which is never the case. But we all can agree that we don't like the Chiefs. So I think that's where the consensus came from.
I think people were rooting for an actual like a rivalry that they could talk about because of just the hype. It was a remake. It was a showdown like we wanted to see. It was a nice little story, and you just thought it was going to be a match of the wits when it came down to coaching. You got Spags. There was a big story to be told, and people tune in, and you don't get a story. You get a Goliath and David match.
Yeah, man, it was a slaughterhouse. I actually went into it. So what's crazy is my playoff predictions this postseason were postseason because freaking baseball, these playoffs, was literally perfect every game. Like I even called it down to like point differentials, and I did it on my Instagram story, and everybody was like, "Bro, keep doing it because you're gonna get." And I actually hit landslide Eagles for Super Bowl, and then it happened. So that might be my new thing. I don't know. I'm knock on wood. We're gonna keep doing that, but
Well, you got the magic touch when it comes to that.
I sure hope so. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but next year. But yeah, it was so special, man. Yeah, what do you guys think about the Super? I think it was great. It was a great day for me. I don't know who the hell's saying it was a terrible game. It was the best game of my life.
Let me ask you, when did you know that the game was over, that they were going to win that game?
Oh, dude, I'd say halfway through the second quarter. I mean, what was it? 10-0 or 13-0 or 14-0 or something. I think they got a field goal. 10, yeah. I think once it went 10-0, Kansas wasn't catching on, right? Like they just weren't clicking. The plays weren't like nothing was happening. I think Travis Kelce had what? 2 passing, 0. Yeah. Literally, yeah, okay. Like literally, like it was just nothing was working. And you would think they'd come out of the guns blazing hot. You know, I was kind of worried going in. I'm like, I'm really optimistic, but you know, it is Kansas City, right? And they're going for a 3-peat. So, but yeah, no, I knew in the second quarter, I think. But of course, I wasn't trying to, you know, force it because I do think that, you know, I'm very superstitious. So if I think that, then I'm like, shit, I'm going to ruin it. So I'm like, no, let's stay calm. I'm not going to post anything. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stay tight and hold on. And then it just got way more fun as the game went on, man. It was great. I was here with some buddies and they weren't even Eagles fans, but they were rooting for it that night. So it was a great night, dude. It was awesome.
Holdyn, one of the things that kind of gets brought up a lot, and so like I know you've been all over the country, and do people run into you and they see the Eagles gear? Do they mention that as your persona at all? Do they get that as your vibe and like that's cool, bro? Do you get that?
Dude, well, it depends where I go. So like if I'm in Philly, like I mean, obviously it's normal, right, to wear green. But, you know, if I'm in Nashville, what's great about Nashville here in Tennessee is so many Philly people come down to Nashville to party and whatnot. So I'll wear my jersey out on Broadway. And, you know, there's always, every single time, if I walk down there with my Eagles hat right now, you know, I live a couple blocks off Broadway. I guarantee you I'll get 10 Go Birds in 30 minutes. That's what happens. And so it kind of, I think if we had gone last year and I wore my jersey around, it'd be a different story. But I think this year, you know, if I wore the jersey, it'd be like, okay, like he can wear the jersey, you know. But, you know, last year, nobody would have given me the Go Birds. That was so bad. But yeah, man, it was, yeah, like if I'm traveling around, I've mainly been East Coast. So, you know, there's Eagles fans everywhere. But we're about to do some shows out west too and start to branch out of Philly and Jersey. So we'll see how the Eagles stuff goes out there. I don't know when I sing Go Birds.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Actually, thank you for your segue. I wanted to get that on. Telling the boys backstage. Eric will tell you this. Chris will tell you this. I don't know jack nor shit about country. And I really don't. And but I was like, yo, this version of your song, I have to tell you, this one's a toe tapper. Yeah. And this one really actually highlights what a damn good singer you are, dude.
thank you so much.
None of this is autotune, right? This is all you, right?
Everything. What song are you speaking of? Go Birds, the full band.
Yeah, we're going acoustic, baby.
Oh, acoustic. Yeah, that's just raw me, man.
Oh shit! All right, people got to hear this. I don't care if we get striked by your people. It's funny that you're on, but if we do, we do. Eric, do you care if we get striked?
You're not gonna get striked.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Here we go. This is really good stuff.
I know a guy who can fix that if we need it.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Got a thing for the cowgirls down in Dallas. Where I'm from, they're hard to find. Something about that silver and blue with the Tacova boot. There was a pretty one to my right when she sat down and gave me that wing. I missed the kickoff, but I didn't care. I feel special going down at the lake. Boy, wish she could have been there. The Cowboys are sure gonna miss her. I hate to break it to them, she looking better in green. Tomorrow she was planning on leaving, but she done went and changed her philosophies. Was it the fans? Was it the lights? Could've been my arm wrapped around her all night. I knew she was the one when she said the words. Not the words you might think. Oh man, she said go birds.
Yo.
Heck yeah, man.
Yo, bro. Come on. That's not even my jam, and I'm toe tapping over here. What are you doing to me?
Oh, dude, thank you. Well, you know what's awesome is you know what's so cool about, I guess, like a niche based song is, you know, you get fans from all different genres of people that love different genres of music, right? So like, you know, people might love the Eagles, right? And like maybe they've never heard country music or like country music, but they love the Eagles, right? So maybe their brain opens up to it. And so the coolest experience has been actually hearing from guys like you, like, you know, like, hey, I don't have anything to do with country, but this though, like, this is the shit, you know, like, and that's been like the coolest thing, because I'll get, you know, dudes that love rap, I'll get dudes that love R&B, I'll get dudes that love jazz, like just like really brainiac guys. Like everybody's like, man, but I love the Eagles and I back this. And so that's been so cool. That's probably the coolest thing of being an artist is finding people that you wouldn't think would be a fan of you, see them turn into a fan of the music. And that's why I love making music, man. I just want to, you know, have fun doing it and remind people that, you know, life is fun.
Yeah, and I can vouch for Keith that he literally knows nothing about country music. When we're backstage, I have the music playing on my Bluetooth, and he's like, "What are you listening to?" And you know, he's going to an Oasis concert, and he's gonna judge me.
Well, dude, Keith, we can. I'll send you a playlist, man, of like a starter kit of all my songs, and not my songs, of songs that, like, you know, are probably stuff you would like, you know, merging into country. Maybe we'll ease you into it.
Totally open to the idea. I am.
He's got a new crush.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do.
I'll take a guess.
Oh, go ahead. It's okay.
Megan Maroney or Ella Langley?
No.
No.
You are so wrong.
So I love a country singer. I thought it was a country singer.
Yeah. I love me some Benson Boone.
He was about to fall out of his seat.
Like,
hey,
I don't even know.
Incredibly
right.
He was on Idol, and he was actually in Nashville a couple months ago. He was playing at a bar, just got up on stage and just started singing his "Please Stay," you know, whatever that song is. His Grammy performance, though, man,
was phenomenal.
The best Grammy performance that entire show.
Yo, Holdyn, I didn't know who this guy was until that. That's why I just found him. I'm like, this dude's flipping off of a freaking piano. I'm in love.
Yeah. He's got something really special. And like, you look at, like, I know you don't listen to country, Chris and Eric, you might know, like Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs, like they got denied on The Voice. And now Morgan Wallen is the biggest country singer right now. And then you get like Benson Boone, who's like huge in pop world right now. He got denied on Idol, right? And so it's like it's crazy, man. Like there's so much talent out there, and like you just got to work hard and believe in it, and
So
cool people like you guys that listen.
I'm falling on my words. Eric actually got me on to a local musician who I never heard of until Eric did. And then I believe I saw him in your story today from maybe your production company, Kenny Kirko. Is that how you say his name?
Dude, Kenny's one of my best friends in the whole world.
Eric got me he sent me his music and I was like, oh, I can get with this.
Bro, yeah, dig into all his songs, man. He was staying on my couch here 2 weeks ago. Kenny's one of my best friends, and he works his butt off. He's from Jersey, and he's just got something cool, man. He's got a powerful story himself. He's about to drop a lot of new music, so he has a song called "Saved You a Seat" that I love so much. It's about his dad who passed away, and he's got just this beautiful story, and I love him so much. And yes, definitely listen to Kenny.
It's awesome seeing local guys, and just so Woody the intern knows, Holdyn is a Sam's Pizza guy. He's not.
I am a Sam's guy. I have to stay loyal. It's one or the other. It's like it's like Auburn or Alabama in the South. It's like you got to pick one.
It's fine.
I'm more than that down here too. It's like you gotta pick. And
it just tells me you're not high maintenance. That's fine.
Yeah,
you'll eat any piece of trash. That's fine. I get it. I can take you to anywhere at any time. That's cool. That means you're down to clown.
Listen, Sam's is the best. I'll stick to it.
So in May,
I'll die on that hill.
So in May, me and Eric were in Nashville for his bachelor party, and what was that chicken that we got from Hattie B's, Eric? And we got the medium. I thought I was gonna die. Was
it the shut the cluck up, or was it the medium is hot? Like if you go medium, you're shitting, fire.
Bro, I don't know what the hell I put in my mouth. Okay, but I sat down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have some legit Nashville hot. I said to Chris in line, I'm gonna go for the hot. He's like, no, go medium, because he'd already been there for business, so he'd already had the lowdown on Nashville.
Oh no!
So I'm sitting there at the table with a group of the guys, and I took a bite. I'm eating, and then all of a sudden, my asshole was sweating before my forehead. I didn't know what the hell was happening, man. I literally thought I was going to have to cut the trip short and go home.
Bro.
And
yeah.
Oh.
So wait, you got the warning to not go with the hot. You said F you, bro.
No, he got medium.
Okay. So medium. You went with the medium. All right. I'm just trying to paint a picture, and I'm not trying to use your asshole as the canvas. But if I'm getting this correct, you ate a chicken sandwich. You almost how could you have done brave face? Did you try brave face, or was there no hope?
There was no hope.
No. There's no hope.
There was no hope. We all tried. Listen, we all got the medium. The one guy, Steve, I think he got light, and he's like, if I eat this, I'm gonna die because he's got intestines problems. He's like, if I eat this, I'm gonna die right here, and you're gonna have to take me to the hospital.
Bro, Hattie B's that's like when I first moved to town, I experienced the same exact thing. And fortunately, I vividly remember when I first moved here and tried it. Actually, before I moved, you'd go to Hattie B's and try the chicken. And I was with my mom, and I literally remember the girl at the counter was like, get the medium, don't get the hot. And it's like the thing. So I knew, and so I was good. And then I tried the hot another time. I didn't even finish it, man. It was just you can't even enjoy it. It's so hot. I don't even know what the hottest is. Shut the cluck up. That's what they call it. And that's I don't even know what that is. That's got to have some Carolina Reaper ghost pepper babies in that thing. I don't know what the heck that is, man. That's
just the sound of it and you describing it, my intestines would leak everywhere. I'm just saying, everywhere would just leak and it would not be good.
Yeah.
But I mean, like now here back home, we have like you may have heard of them. They're getting really popular. It's called Assad's Hot Chicken.
Yes,
That is
yes, dude.
yeah.
I've heard of Assad's. I need to go.
They're good.
Oh my god. Well, the one literally just opened up like around the corner from me where I live, and we went one night, and I was like, okay, this is cool, like whatever. And I got their medium, and I stood up in my seat, and I was like, this is Nashville all over again. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, what the hell? And I was able to finish the damn sandwich, but my mouth burned for a week. So no, I'm done with the hot.
Man,
done.
just go
I'm done.
mild. There is a
Yeah,
mild
see-
option,
Yeah, well, see, I'm stupid, so I literally.
I mean, we're all stupid. So while this has been an intriguing conversation of the hot chicken in Nashville and what it has done to our insides, let's try and gear back for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's 10-0. Kansas City just been sacked back-to-back plays, and then we are getting our interns getting the play up the Cooper DeJean interception.
Third and 16. Mahomes rolling out. Looking. Firing. Intercepted. Picked up by Cooper DeJean. Gets a block. DeJean is in. Touchdown.
Patrick, one of the best in the world. They're just trying to get him out of the pocket to buy a little time, and he sees the crossing route coming to the left, but he loses track of DeJean as he kind of falls back and reads Patrick eyes. You can see the break.
What is going through your mind?
And this young stud, Cooper DeJean, another rookie making a huge impact.
That will go down as one of the greatest plays, I think, in Eagles history. And the fact that the kid, so he shared the birthday with Saquon. It was his birthday, his rookie year. Bro, the dude must be living life like how, like that has to be the best day of your entire life.
So were you at a bar watching the game?
I was here at home, but we were freaking out. Like I was like, guys, because I was hanging out with I wasn't with any Eagles fans except one guy, and I was like we were freaking out, like because they don't know the
right
how big of a moment that was, right? And like they're just like, oh, touchdown. I'm like, no, this dude is literally a rookie, and it's his birthday, and he gets a pick six in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that shit don't happen.
That does not happen. And
Nah.
so then they kind of realize quickly, like, oh, yeah, that is
So-
special.
So I'm going to show you. This is 14 seconds of me being ridiculous.
Oh, man, I'm excited for this.
Absolutely ridiculous. My
freaking love
Keith, our producer, thought I was going to fall through his floor. It was ridiculous.
That's amazing. That was literally me. If I had a camera on me, I was jumping. I think my neighbors below me were a little pissed, but they would understand.
I might have gotten like maybe the games like 3 or 4 seconds before them, but I didn't realize it until I'm thinking to myself, why aren't these assholes reacting to? Oh my God! Okay, there they are. They're all there. Must be about 100 of them jumping upstairs, and then I see just that video.
Yeah,
just that video, and I realize, oh, that was one human being doing that inside my house.
Yeah, it was. It was. I just.
What quarter did that happen again?
It was the second quarter with 7 minutes left.
That's when I knew that was it.
I kind of had a feeling, but it's like, shut up. Like it's still Patrick Mahomes. Shut up. Like it's
exactly.
Here's where the rest of the world knew.
Devontae Smith, everyone thinks Saquon's getting the ball. Hurts again, has all the time in the world, and he makes the throw of his life on Jalen Watson. Smith beats him.
Watson was defenseless. McDuffie was defenseless.
Yeah.
I will say that is like that's when I was kind of like, huh, all right.
How cool that's so Holden, here's your $1 million I got $2 million questions that I wrote down, and I gave you your softball. The softball was, how easy is it to be a Wawa ambassador? That's number one. Right? Like,
all right.
come on.
You want me to answer that right now?
That's the easiest gig in the world. Yo, what do you do for a living? Dude, I talk about Wawa. Like what?
dude, so
I'll talk about Wawa.
Dude, Wawa, I mean, obviously, Wawa is a big part of all of our lives. And so, I reached out to, actually, no, so Wawa reached out to me. I tagged them all the time because I go all the time when I'm home, obviously. So they're coming to Nashville actually next year. So what's great and what kind of was perfect was that I would post them all the time just by going. And I threw them in my Stone Harbor song. I got a song called Stone Harbor, and I got a line in there with Wawa in it, and I post them, whatever. And they always comment. We always DM each other, like best friends, And then eventually one day they reach out and they say, hey, we would love for you to make some content for us for our new market campaigns. And because they're expanding. So they just opened one in Georgia, I think. They're coming to Nashville. They're starting to get out Ohio, I believe. So it was kind of perfect because they're coming to Nashville, and here's our Wawa guy in Nashville, And so it kind of was a perfect storm, and I was all about it. I'm like, oh man, like this is heaven for me. And they've just been huge supporters of my music, and the ads are running. And the worst part is that they're targeting non-Wawa fans, so I will never see the ad. But buddies see them, here in Nashville, and they're like, yo, dude, you're on the Wawa ad. I'm like, I've never seen it. I'm like, but great, awesome, man. And they'll send me a screenshot. But I'll never get targeted. I'm the last person they want to target and spend their money, targeting. But yeah, man, they're great. So when they come here next year, I told them, you guys got to throw a concert. Like, let's get me and my buddy Kenny, you mentioned, and a couple other people. Let's do like a Wawa country music concert. Like, how cool would that be?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, backstage passes. We're gonna all hang out. You know what we're gonna do, dude? We'll throw down.
We'll chow down on some hoagies, and
I can be paid in Wawa iced tea, the 2 for $5, and the when it's Schwarberfest in June, I'll get my meatball classic.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, you're making me want Wawa. When Wawa moves here, I don't know what my bank account's gonna do. I'm actually serious. I'm really concerned.
You're gonna gain like 40 pounds.
I'm gonna be there every day, dude. Like, I'm not joking either. Like, it's gonna be so bad.
Okay.
It'll be great, but it'll be so bad.
I hear you, but I raise a family of 4 on it. Okay, my kid. You know how like when we're all like we're older, and you're like, yo, remember when mom used to make? Oh yeah, she could make that so good. My kids are gonna be like, yo, mom could really order up some Wawa on DoorDash. Yo, she was so good at that, man. She always ordered that chicken noodle soup the way I liked it.
Bro, literally, man. I mean, that's how I grew up, though. Like, I mean, my grandma would cook a bit, and my mom kind of cooks, but whenever I'm home, like, it's so funny. Like, even when I fly home today, like, I'll stop at Wawa before I go home and see my parents, and
You're a grown ass man.
I gotta go to Wawa.
That's phenomenal. What's your go-to, Eric, at Wawa?
Yeah, I want to go around. Let's round the hornet. Your sandwich go-to.
My go-to is the meatball sub, provolone, and some grated Parmesan cheese. That's it.
It's classic. That's an original. That's an OG from them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, right. It is.
Yeah, it's an OG when they were still taking the orders by hand with a real human being. On a script pad, they used to have it back in the deli and slicing the meats.
Yep.
That was my go-to at 3 a.m. leaving the bars. That was it.
It was everyone's go-to at 3 a.m. leaving the bars.
Up, dude. I'm like, my mouth is watering thinking about that right now.
Yeah.
So nice. my go-to Wawa is, I'm gonna go with the meatball classic, light sauce, Parmesan cheese, and provolone cheese, and salt, pepper, oregano, and pickles on the side. Don't know why.
Okay, that's a unique one. That's a unique one.
Because you were drunk all the time. Pickles on the side.
I still eat it. I still order it now.
I love it,
Yeah.
man.
Oh my god.
What about you,
That
Holden? What's
sounds
your
so good,
go-to?
too.
Oh man, well, it depends on my mood. So usually I'm just like a 6-inch shorty, Italian hoagie, classic, banana peppers, with ham, yeah, like literally whatever. I just get like literally the standard order and get some extra oil on it, and I love banana peppers too, so I get banana peppers, and then sometimes if I'm feeling a little, spicy, I'll go with like a mac and cheese bowl with chicken strips, and kind of change it up there. But yeah, man, it's just you can't go wrong. I mean, I always get a soft pretzel too, and I always get those chicken bites in the hot counter. I love
Yep.
those things, man. And then the pretzel, the filled
Soft pretzel with the cheese,
Oh, dude, so good.
with the cheddar.
The jalapeno one.
I go with the cheddar.
Cheddar's great too. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
You can't go
yeah.
wrong.
I've tried every single one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't get to my you don't get to my size without trying every one.
And now another one that I have that I eat that I like is the avocado BLT. I forgot about that one.
Ah,
Yep.
okay. I've never had a Wawa BLT.
You're missing out.
I must be, man. I
Okay.
mean, it must be good, right?
All right, so let me advocate to you if you have not partaken. This is a sleeper there. It's a lot of people overlook this one because I'm an Italian classic guy through and through, right? Toasted. You don't have to. There's so many combinations that you can throw in flavor
I just
profiles.
toast the bread. I don't toast the whole thing. I just
Correct.
toast the bread.
Right. All right. Yeah. Come on. You're not a savage. What the hell?
Yeah.
But let me advocate here for the chicken salad of any variety. Like their chicken salad, I get their chicken salad club. But you got to get it with pickles because that changes the entire profile from top to bottom. But if you do what I am telling you, you cannot go wrong. Wawa's never had bad chicken salad ever.
That is true, man. It has always been consistently clutch.
Just saying. Not everything in life is guaranteed. Wawa chicken salad, pretty damn much guaranteed.
But hey, I love the paninis too.
Ciabattas. How about those ciabattas?
Dude, bro, you're having me want to fly home tonight, man.
Come on. Those ciabattas changed the game because it made me rethink my classic game. I don't need to always go with a classic. A ciabatta can do the job.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just I'm telling you, Wawa's the greatest place on earth. Now, I will say, near Nashville, we do have Buc-ee's, which I don't know if you guys have been to Buc-ee's. Obviously, you can't compare the two though, because Buc-ee's is like Walmart, right? And Wawa is Wawa. And so you can't compare the two. I still think Wawa reigns superior than Buc-ee's, but I will say Buc-ee's has great brisket. Wawa doesn't have brisket yet. When they get brisket, I will be there. but Wawa still reigns supreme in my eye. But when they come to Nashville, though, I ain't going to Buc-ee's anymore. I'm going to Wawa.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I would never. I don't think I would compare a Buc-ee's because I feel like Buc-ee's is like there's a whole dine-in aspect to it. You can, right?
Some of them, I believe. Half the store is retail, like it's literally Walmart. Like it's crazy. Like they're selling, I mean, Buc-ee's PJs. I mean, like they've got everything.
That's like Cracker Barrel around here.
Literally, it's Cracker Barrel, but like good
Bigger.
quality stuff. But it's crazy, man.
I've never been to a Buc-ee's. Eric,
yeah, you should go, but go to Wawa first.
I've never been to one, but a friend of mine has been out there, and he came back with their. I want to say it's like their nuggets or whatever they have.
They're
nuggets, man.
They're beaver
Yeah.
nuggets. It's
That's it, the beaver nuggets.
it's they're really good. You should, but
They're awesome.
but they're so not good for you.
Dude, we'll drive. I can't wait for Wawa to be here because my buddy and I we literally we never done it yet. But I always stop on my way home because it's on the same route. But my friend and I will drive. Thought about driving, which we might, an hour and a half to the closest Buc-ee's just to go to Buc-ee's. That might be the most country thing I think I've done.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, for everyone, like the beaver nuggets, it's basically corn pops, but with more sugar and more like of a caramel topping on
And
it.
they get sticky in your mouth too. Like they kind of get really chewy. Like it's just so much sugar.
Yeah, we flew to Florida. We flew to Florida this year, and my sister and my dad drove up, and they stopped at Buc-ee's, and they came with the big giant bag that you would buy at a carnival, and we're like, here.
Yeah,
If I go up in my pantry right now, I no doubt in my mind it's still in there because it was the second bag.
Dude, but you know what Buc-ee's doesn't have? Wawa hot dogs. I will die on the Wawa hot dog hill.
Beef hot dogs, baby.
I love the hot dogs. You either love them or you don't. I love them, man.
I'm getting indigestion thinking
No,
about
I'm with you, Holden. They have the one thing I'm sad about is when they first started, you can get sauerkraut on them.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
you
right.
cannot. There's no kraut now.
Get them no more. Yep,
That's
no
okay.
more.
They're still good. I mean, they got the cheese one. You know, they got the bigger pounder, half pounder.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, do that again. Do that. Oh yeah. What the pounder? Show me how you did the pounder thing.
The pounder thing.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So now that was the easy question. That was the easy question. Being the Wawa ambassador, here's the hard question, and we are now putting it in your hands because obviously you clearly know football. Now the world was waiting for the matchup. We've already talked about it. Right? It was going to be an epic Super Bowl 59, a Super Bowl for the ages. We already saw this. It's happening again. It's going to be tight. We blow the doors off. We already know. We watch it every single day. You watch a million shorts on it. You still smile like crazy. You'll never get sick of the dagger. You'll never get sick of pick six. You just said it's probably going to go down as one of the greatest plays. Why is Jalen Hurts still not considered an elite quarterback?
Okay. I believe this. This is my take. I think statistically, if you look at Jalen Hurts' statistics, he is better than every single new quarterback that comes into his league. His rookie year, he had better number. I don't know what the numbers are, but I saw a chart on ESPN. The dude has the data, right? People love to hate on a good thing, right? Because they want to talk. They want to bring down the guy who works hard. They don't care because they know he's good, right? They know he's good and has the talent. And so I think, a couple injuries have held him back. I think, he never really had, there were some things outside of his circumstances to allow him to prove just how great he is. But then again, you can't fake numbers, right? And so I think Jalen – what he's consistently done has showed up, right? He who works the hardest will get the reward. And so, I think clearly after this year, it's obvious Jalen is an elite quarterback, but I still hear people saying, "No, he's not. He's not." It's like, dude, where's your Super Bowl ring? Like I think Jalen is one of the best quarterbacks in football. Obviously, can be in the same conversation with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, we obviously know that. I've known that a long time, but I think to literally see what he's capable of. I mean, that dude, his wallpaper is him walking off the field on his phone. He talked about this, is him walking off the field from the last Super Bowl he lost against Kansas. And that reminds him every day, this is the mission, right? And so that's the guy that I'm going to put my money behind every day. And you know what? He's going to have ups and downs, but at the end of the day, long-term investment, he's going to win. And he did. And he's going to continue to win. And, haters or not, I mean, I've got a bunch of haters on my song sometimes. It's like, people try and knock good things down. And, I think Jalen embodies that. And, he's got a good head on his shoulders. And, yeah, man, I'm rambling. I digress. But
no, you're good. No, you're good. So obviously Super Bowl 52 was our first, and it meant, it was, I cried, Eric cried, Keith.
I cried.
Yeah,
I don't feel.
You don't feel. So, because it was our first. What was it like for you the second time? Because for me, the second time, I say it all the time. It was, it hit me more, and like I tell everybody, and I don't care, is my kids were older. My son was 17, my middle child was 14, and they now got to feel like what it was like for their favorite team to win. And for the last however many years they've been on the world, they now understand why dad is losing his mind yelling at the TV on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. And for them, like there's a picture of me, my son, and my daughter. And for them to share that, like how I felt in 52, I think it wasn't as strong for them because they didn't have to wait 47 years for a title like we did. But that's how it felt for me. How was it for you your second time around?
Dude, man. Well, I think of that first time, right? And like I was at Buffalo Wild Wings with my crazy ex-girlfriend who I just posted a 10-minute TikTok story about. You should check it out. It's crazy. It's
I'm
nuts.
gonna have to go and watch that now.
Yeah, dude. It's my most recent post. It's great. But anyway, it was with her and dude, like I have a video of it, but it's on my Instagram, but it's me jumping up and down just like you were. And then
I saw it. You look young as hell.
I threw up on the B-Dubs floor because I was so excited and scared the kids around me. It was just like they thought I was a lunatic. But I mean, man, like I grew up right in Eagles.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me rewind that. You Donovan McNabbed in the B-Dubs?
I did, man. I did.
Right there? What?
Right
how does? Is there a process? Do they have to call people? No.
Hold up.
I don't do well with that. But
dude, it was great, man. But I knew in that moment, like that for me, like it just reminds you that number one, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Number two, the second thing is that music and sports bring people together unlike anything else. And I think that's why it inspires me to be an Eagles fan, because not only do you see guys who work hard win and that there's room at the top for everybody, but also music. And at that time I was just getting into music. So that was kind of like a really big inspiration, to move to Nashville and chase my dreams. And that was around that time we won 52. And man, Robert Kraft, as crazy as, we played against him, but, Robert Kraft always says that, there's nothing, that brings people together like that. So I think when we won this time, the second time, right, that's another reminder, right? Once they won, I literally hit the gym for 2 hours after they won. And I was like, man, it's time to get to work, and it's like that to me, that whole mentality, that underdog mentality, man, it just inspires me. And I love Saquon too. I love everything about the team. I love how much love there was. I love it, man. The culture, it's just my people. Everyone down here in Nashville thinks I'm a crazy Eagles fan because I am, right? And it's like I have writer friends oh, he's the Eagles guy, but it's true. It's like I don't know, man. I was so over the moon. I was just as excited that they won this time. I was less surprised this time just because I knew how strong our team was. I was surprised at how it happened. We massacred them. I didn't really expect that, but I was wrong. I'm like, yeah, great, awesome, this is cool. But I was more surprised that their hard work and their talent really paid off. Howie made incredible moves in the offseason, and it just proves that football is freaking here, man. It's back. It's
and like you go when he brought up the Jalen hate, and it sits there, he had the Avengers. I am not going to fault my GM because he knows how to build a team. He knows how to draft. I'm not going to fault him. I think if our intern can pull the stats up, I'm almost positive, with the exception of the Super Bowl, I think Jalen's 3-1 against Patrick Mahomes, and he's outplayed him in all the games.
Yeah, man.
So the hate is unwarranted, and I just think it's unacceptable. But that's
what's this quote? I had a purpose before everybody had an opinion. That's what he says. And
so what are your opinions, Eric, on the Jalen Hurts hate?
Oh, well, my opinion on all that stuff is people can suck a fat one. This guy has proven everybody wrong. Literally, like us included, like me and Chris, us included. Like we wished him to make us eat our words, and he did. Um, the fact that this guy has been now to 2 Super Bowls, while Josh Allen hasn't been the one. You know, they people talk about Tua, the guy that he got benched for. He's he can't keep his brain inside of his head. He literally is outplaying people. Like even Patrick Mahomes, like 2 years ago, he outplayed him in a losing effort, but he outplayed him.
Mm.
And then this past Super Bowl, he again like totally destroyed him and outplayed him. For people to sit there and say that this kid is not good, that he's a product of the talent around him, it's really insulting to the hard work that he puts in. Incredibly insulting. And they, like BG said to him on put make them respect you, make them respect your name, and it's what he does. Like he just puts in all this work, and it's a travesty that he doesn't get any respect at all. Like he totally, it's like him winning the Super Bowl changed the narrative of what an elite Super Bowl winning quarterback is, and people are losing their minds. Like they don't understand. Like to many people, an elite quarterback, you have to throw for over 300 yards a game, throw for three touchdowns.
No, there was no way he
No.
was changing. There was no way he was changing anyone's mind. That win should have solidified anyone's mind if there was any doubt. That wasn't. There's no argument, right? They just want to. But I just want to go on the record just because you guys said you guys were wrong. I want to agree. You guys were wrong. The best part about never hating Jalen is never having to say sorry about him, and I stand by it. The day he took the reins, I was happy to move on from the car wreckage that it was. And Chris, you may hate as I say that, and may that it be, but you know I stood by our boy Jalen from day one. Never got to say sorry about that guy.
Anyway, so as Eric said, about building the team and everything else, I'm going to segue into this. Holdyn, you have a band, correct?
I do. Yeah.
So without them, you wouldn't be where you are, correct?
That's very correct.
That's like that's our segue into your future project for 2025. But that's like what I'm saying is like you can't be successful. You can't be successful without your band. You cannot be, as Nick Sirianni said, you cannot be great without the greatness of others.
That's right, man. You're the average of, and I think why the Eagles do so well, and I think they've got something that's going to last. I think we're on the. I don't want to speak too soon again. I didn't when we were in the middle of the game, but I think we're in the middle of building a really special franchise that could be a dynasty. I don't know. I'm not going to speak soon, but we have the talent. It's clear what we can do to Kansas City. I think their time is coming close. Like it happens. Like look at New England. Look at Tom Brady, right? Like, I mean, that comes to an end. Good things come to an end, right? But I think we're just getting started. And so anyway, yeah, like I think, what makes the Eagles so great is the chemistry. And when it comes to music, I actually do look up to all the players on the team, the staff, everything. And what's so great and having met a lot of them, and they love the songs too, is that it's rubbing off in the sense of like, not only my identity, but how I handle my business and how I handle my band. Because these guys, like, if I don't have the morale up, if I don't have the hard work ethic, right, my band guys don't have somebody to look up to. And therefore, they're not going to perform. And it's exactly the same as a football team, right? It needs to be managed well, it needs to be coached well, it needs to be trained. You have to treat people with love. You got to love on them. You got to absolutely treat them like they're royalty. And without your band, you can't do anything as an artist. And it's like exactly the same concept. Like if you don't have a good team, I mean, if you don't have a team, not only I think Jerry Jones has said this, or Nick Sirianni. I think Jerry Jones has said this, but the team with the best culture wins, right?
I thought he just said, "Oh, I think I may have crapped my pants."
That too, man. But no, it's like the team with the best culture wins, and I think Nick Sirianni is actually the one who said that, not Jerry Jones. But I have a lot more respect for Jerry Jones. I really like
Jerry said a lot of dumb stuff today. I hope you heard it.
Man, no, I didn't. But we
Go back, man. This is it just shows you like it. He just happens to have a team that's worth billions, not the other way around. He ain't worth billions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went into this whole rant when asked about Micah Parsons getting a contract extension, and he thought that was a stupid question, and went on and on and on about how he doesn't even talk to the agent. He doesn't even know the agent's name of Micah Parsons. I'm like, what? Shut your mouth, dude. Turn the team over to your son.
Yeah. I think they need. I mean, as an Eagles fan, I hope he stays there as long.
Right. We're rooting for this because it's so
Jerry.
right.
Come on, man. You got this, dude.
But at some point, he's not going to let the reins go until he Steinbrenner's himself, right? Like the clock is going to outlast him, and that's fine. But until then, Dallas, you're going nowhere. You can't go anywhere with nonsense like that.
Man, it's so. I think Dallas. I saw a chart. It was so funny. I think I reposted it. I would find it. It would take me 10 minutes though. But it's literally like how many playoff appearances that teams have had since the last 27 years or something. Dallas is the only team that not playoff. Sorry, I forget what it was. Not playoff appearances, but a certain amount of wins or something. I don't know what it was, but they were last on the list. It was just like man, I feel so bad for Dallas fans because they used to be like and coming from an unbiased like they used to be the team, right? Like they were big,
Yeah.
all back and freaking like they were the guys. And I don't know what happened. I mean, I really don't know what happened. I mean, they've got a fan base, and every year, dude, it's the best thing. It's like the cycle of a Cowboys fan. They get excited. They rub it in your face. They do well in the regular season. They beat the Eagles. They cream us in a regular season game in Dallas. They always freaking do it. And then maybe they beat us in Philly. Maybe not. It's usually 50-50. This year was fantastic. But then it's just like – and then they choke. And then it's like literally this life cycle of the Cowboys. Like I literally have a chart that I found. But
it's probably accurate, and the funny thing is, Jerry Jones says he matters on the field. That's what his comment was today, right, Eric? That he matters on the field?
Yes, that he matters on the field.
There we go.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the batshit. Hold, I can't make that up. He says he matters on the field more than coaches.
Wow, man. Well, I got to be careful because the Academy of Country Music Awards are held at the Star in Frisco, Texas. So I got to be a little careful. But yeah, no, I think that's definitely a comment that is very peculiar.
So we got we're in April 2025. Summer's coming. Are you playing Barefoot Country Festival?
Yeah, dude. So I'm about to have a big announcement on Friday, but I guess we can make the formal announcement now.
Is this breaking news?
This is breaking news. Holdyn Barder is performing.
Breaking. I didn't have anything ready.
It's already kind of news, though, because last year I was so fortunate enough to win the Hometown Star Golden Boot Award, which guarantees a main stage performance slot at Barefoot. So it's going to be awesome, man. So this Friday we're going to make a really cool announcement. And yeah, man. So I'm so grateful to play on that giant ass stage. It's going to be so cool to me. And the band too. They've never played on a stage that big before. So I'm more excited for them than myself. It's not about me, man. It's about, the fans and getting people loving the music. And, I'm just kind of the guy that stands up there and does it. But, it's really about what happens out in the crowd and with the band guys. And that's what's fun to me, seeing other people be happy. So I'm doing this for them. I'm doing it for you guys and the fans. And, Yeah,
That's
we're
that's
playing-
that. Listen, congratulations. That's awesome.
Absolutely, congratulations.
When I cut this video tomorrow, when you make the official announcement, I'll post it later so that it's out there for everyone to see.
heck yeah, man.
And I like, my niece is actually going to barefoot this summer, so
Well, we'll see her there then.
yeah,
It's
I'll-
gonna be great.
yeah, I'll tell her to look out for you. She's a 16-year-old girl who's all in the country now.
Awesome.
So,
Well, hey, I know a lot of people are coming to country, so it's come on, Keith, come on, man.
yeah,
You can do it.
I am mad because me and my wife, we're gonna come see you when you were at Cafe Live.
Oh
And
yeah, man.
yeah, and it was just I think we ended up having to do something with the kids, but
It was a horrible storm that night too. But what was crazy is that we had, so for those who don't know, I performed at World Cafe Live in
World
Philly.
Cafe Live.
It was my first ticketed show ever, like as my own artist, as my own show. And dude, we exceeded the capacity expectations, and they had a blast. Everybody had a blast. They were the kindest people I've ever worked with. And man, it was so fun to see everybody you love, best friends I haven't seen since like elementary school come out. And it was
That's
just
awesome.
it was like a total full circle moment. And they didn't see each other either. Like they were seeing each other. That's why I love music, man. I love the music but that's just the thing I do. I just do that. Like what I really do is bring people together and make them have a good time. And so like if I could do it on a small scale like that, man, I can't wait to do it in front of stadiums one day. And but like this summer, not only are we doing Barefoot, but I've got my list here. We're hitting next week. We're playing in Nashville, full band show in Franklin. I'm playing the National NRA annual meeting in Atlanta. I've got Chase Field. I'm playing where the Diamondbacks play. That's May 24th.
You're gonna wear your Philly stuff? No, you can't.
Hey man, I don't know. I got some fans coming, and they might want to hear "Ring That Bell," so we'll see. But yeah, I should.
You should, because you don't want to be the guy who doesn't wear it, and you're just, I am who I am, and I'm backing it at this point. Like, and just play it off. Like, you got the charisma to play it off. Like, yeah, dude. They go like, "What are you doing wearing it?" You're like, "You know why I'm wearing it. Come on, bro. Come on."
Yeah. There's a way. Yeah, there's a way to do it.
Finesse it, dude.
You got to finesse it. Yeah,
so
there's a lot of minor league ballparks too. We're doing so. It's different states though, which is great. Like I love playing at home. I will always play at home. But I think this year I think I've built so much of a awesome fan base at home of people that love me and my songs that now I can go and go to Indiana or Illinois or Texas or California and start to grow there, and to know that I can always come back home and play shows my whole life and make money doing that. There's something really special about that, and I don't take that for granted. But my goals are to win Entertainer of the Year one day, and you gotta, like Luke Combs. I look up to Luke Combs a lot, and they say he was an overnight success, but it took him 10 years to become an overnight success of playing on the road and meeting fans and being broke in his van. And so you have to love it. And so I'm excited, man. It's a lot of new music coming, a lot of new shows. It's going to be really cool to give people the thing they've been waiting for, the next Holdyn.
So we are coming to an end. So you're playing Chase Field, you're playing some minor league stadiums, you're holding out for the Grand Ole Opry and the Ryman.
Man, I have 3 dream venues, and there's many more dream venues. I don't want to limit myself, but
The Tweeter Center.
Frick, man. Yeah, bro. No. Oh my God. Yeah.
You just threw him right off track with the Tweeter Center.
That's so cool, man. Oh my God. Well, the Grand Ole Opry is number 1 for me. That will. I would hang the curtain up after that show. That is just ultimate mecca of achievements. To play that, the Ryman Auditorium, which is a couple blocks away here, that's where country music began. And then, of course, Lincoln Financial Field would be pretty dang sick. A sold out stadium concert in the Link one day, hometown. We get all the Eagles out there. We get all the players. We do it. Man, I have this vision, and we're going to do it. It's going to happen.
I like it. That's why a little upset that Kenny Chesney isn't touring this year. He's playing the Sphere in Vegas.
Dude, well, I think he goes through intervals. So like he'll do like a full tour and then in stadiums, and then he'll play arenas and amphitheaters, and then he'll flip back to stadium, and he kind of goes off and on.
He's done some like little clubs, like little niche clubs. I've seen him do some spots in New York, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, man. Like,
that's neat.
Yeah,
Garth Brooks did something similar. He did a dive bar tour.
Yeah. Hold 3,000 or something, right?
He came to Jersey. He came to Stone Pony, I think.
That's cool.
I don't know. I don't know if it was at Stone Pony. I think it was Stone Pony, but it's somewhere in Jersey. It may have even been a smaller venue. I don't know, like some dive bar. Like imagine being the owner and like you just get a call. Oh, hey man, this is Garth Brooks. Can I play your bar one day? Like
he hangs up because you think you're full of shit.
Yeah, and then he keeps calling back, and then he gets the email. It's like, oh no, this is real.
Yeah, there's a rider in there. Only red starbursts.
He played at Prospectors.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to play Prospectors. They don't answer my emails. If you guys are listening, come on, let's get Holdyn booked. Let's get the band.
Prospectors?
Yeah, let's get in there, man.
Well, that's going to become a short.
Let's do it. That'd be
we'll
badass.
Get that. That'll get cut. Prospectors, we're coming for you. Holdyn Barder, you need to sign them up.
Yeah, let's do it. It'll be awesome. But yeah, man, lots of great shows this year. It's super great, and I love you guys for having me on here. I always love talking Eagles football, and I love talking about how it all connects. And yeah, man, this gets me fired up just as a person. So
I will say this. I was talking to Derek, who linked us up about a year and a half ago, and he was telling me about your new song, and he was like, he wasn't expecting that, from how he knows you and like the situation. And I was like, that's how country music is. It's like you pour your heart out into it. Like you're telling a story with country music. I said that's what makes country music so special. And Derek, again, he's a rap guy. And he's listening to your stuff. Keith is an Oasis guy and Imagine Dragons guy, and he's listening to your stuff. So
I love Imagine Dragons, but hey, my palette is so different too. Like I'll listen to freaking Andre Bocelli, and then I'll put on Metallica.
So right,
like I'm all over the board, right? And like I just love music, and I think the way that I grew up listening to country, that's just the outlet I choose. But like music is music, man. I think country. What makes country is the storytelling, just like you said, but I think there's other genres that sometimes even do it better, like who's to say that I know I think it's important as an artist to listen to all sorts of music. And so I think it's great when
let me tell you, I love bluegrass. Like, I don't want you to think that, right. You know what I'm saying? I can listen to anything Dolly Parton puts out. Like, I'm not like that guy who's I think it's the stereotypical country that I sometimes hear, but like, dude, your acoustic version. I love acoustic. I love when things get stripped down. And I think that's what, like, I was like, oh, like, first of all, we had you on last time. I was like, I heard the song. It starts with the guitar rock riff, and I'm like, okay. And I just felt like it was being hidden. And then I hear your rough instrumental cut, dude. Wow, you got pipes. And so, like, I think that's what I needed to hear was the talent behind the actual. And some of it gets covered up in a twang that I don't necessarily want to hear.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that so much, man, because that's great insight for me because. I'm working on a 20-song record right now, and sonically, like my whole thing, my inspiration like if Kenny Chesney, Luke Bryan, and Jason Aldean had a baby, it would be me. And my live show is that on steroids, and I want it to be that. I want it to be just at the same caliber, and so but sonically, it's interesting. Like I naturally go there with loud rock and riffs because that's for the live show. But it would be so cool to take all those songs and, like you just said, Keith, like strip them down and just do acoustic and raw. And like, that's so cool to hear. I thought about that. So it's cool to hear you say that. Maybe I'll do that for this new record.
Yeah, you got it, dude. Like, and it's there. Like that's.
Thank you.
You got me on it. So I'm not saying I think I'm immune to more of the stereotypical that everyone's like, they're talking about a gun rack on a car, losing their wife, their pickup truck, they're this, they're that.
Dude, I'll even tell you, country songwriters are so sick of writing that too, man. Like the whole vibe here now is like, let's just write the best song we can write. Like the whole, I guess it was labeled as bro country. That's how I grew up. I listened to all the bro country. I hate that term, but like, I guess you would put Luke Bryan was kind of the guy they associate with, but Chase Rice, Cole Swindell, like that whole thing. Like that's how I grew up. But if you dig in their catalog, like that was the singles the labels were pushing. But if you go through all their albums, like Luke has a song called "You Look Like Rain." It's so beautiful. It's like an '80s country ballad, acoustic. Like it's beautiful, but no one knows about it, right? And there's all these songs out there. It gets drowned out. So I would encourage you to just go listen to like song number 11 on some random second album.
Forget what all that. You, me, Eric, Chris, Holdyn. When you come back to Philly, we're going on a mandate. And you're going to educate us into just some good music, okay?
We'll do it. I'm down, man. You just tell me when.
Mandate's usually at some sort of Brazilian steakhouse with the flippy of the green and the red. Where you go?
Maybe we'll hit up Wawa for some smoothies after.
You go meat coma first. You go out, you layer that with some alcohol, and then you put a meatball sub on top of it. I guess I don't know. I feel like that game plan writes itself. I don't think an itinerary needs to go. We don't need to send that to anyone's email. I don't think that needs to go on a calendar. I might have that instructions tattooed somewhere.
I think that's in your guys' DNA. I think that's just you just tell me when, boys.
Beautiful. We're gonna work around your schedule.
Yeah, I'm definitely in. I've been wanting to meet this guy in person, other than on the screen, for the longest time. I think hanging out would be great.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send you all my shows I'm doing up that way too. So we'll have to, regardless of the shows, we got to link up. But,
we'll be there.
You guys to see the band too.
Love to
see us rock out and show you what we're all about. So it's so funny too, and I'll leave it with this. Like everyone knows me as like a he's the viral Eagles singer, but it's like wait till you see the show. Like I just tell people like come to my show and I will leave you speechless. And that's like, then they're like, oh, he ain't just that, and so that I love that. So yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great year. And anyway, I'm rambling, but
no, you're fine.
Never that.
Thank you guys so much for having me on, man. This is so cool.
Thanks for having. Now I'm stuttering. You make me nervous. Thanks for coming back on. We'll definitely link up, in person. But we'll definitely have you back on the show at the beginning of the Eagle season, when hopefully things somewhat slow down, but are still busy for you.
There might be a Phillies World Series around then too. Who knows?
Let's go.
As long as Edmundo Sosa is the starting second baseman, right?
Why aren't they putting him in?
Oh my God!
That's a whole other hour podcast, guys.
Join us on the Hall of Fame Club podcast Tuesday nights at 9:00 to hear this exciting argument about why isn't Edmund Sosa at second base daily.
All right, I will send you that clip, Holdyn. Oh my God! we just had this argument the other day. I thought they thought I was going to have a stroke on air.
Man.
But is there anything else you want to pin before we let you go?
Well, no, guys, thank you again for having me. And if you guys are watching, come on out to a show. You can go to holdynbarder.com. I got all my tour dates on there, and we're adding a lot more music. I got two big announcements this Friday. Man, a lot of exciting things I've been waiting a long time for about to happen. So thank you guys for having me. This is so cool.
I'm disappointed. My wife must have fell asleep because she was going to call in and ask questions. She started writing notes down.
Oh man, next time we can do it. Next time, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you something. If I'm going to meet you, she's going to be she's going to be there. She's not letting me meet you alone.
I love it, man. I love it. We'll get the whole fam out.
Yep.
Good
All right.
stuff.
Oh wait, we got a live chat and solid. So, but all right, man. Keith, take us out. If Eric, you got anything?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm all good. This was a great show.
Oh God, 3 for 4
So
tonight.
said 3-4 tonight.
No kidding. Oh, see, literally, I got to listen to this
He's like, see?
conversation now.
Yeah, I'll cut it up and then I'll send over the YouTube link.
Hell yeah, I can't wait.
It gets really heated.
I can't wait, man. Well, thank you guys so much again, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely, pal.
Hell yeah. All right, boys. Take
Thanks
care.
a lot, bro.
And go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
See ya.
All right. Well, that was good. Thanks to everybody who joined in tonight. We are still live. Good show. Good football talk. And make sure we'll post his socials and his website on the Facebook page. Eric, you have anything else you want to add?
Nah, man, I'm good. Like I'm just excited. This was a great show tonight. I can't wait to see like the numbers that we had that watched and what's going to come in tomorrow. No, it's just a good show. It's always good to have Holdyn on. Like I didn't realize that this was the third time he's been on.
Yeah. And like
Did
I
not
said,
realize that.
yeah, and we got a decent amount of views, so thanks to everybody for joining. But yeah, third time's a charm with him. He's always a good talk. He's a guy that we could probably have on during the NFL draft because he could just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And I'm trying to get him to talk about his stuff. Like we want to promote your stuff, and he just loves talking football. So I'm gonna let him go. Like I love it.
It was so funny. Like you sent me the text that said, "Hey, like segue into his stuff," and it was like another 10 minutes.
It's like
then you're like, okay, so how about you? And it was 10 minutes later, I loved it. It was so funny. He was just so excited to talk ball.
No, and like I said, we'll always have him on the show, but his schedule. He's a musician. He's trying to make a name for himself, and we're gonna support him and put his stuff out that we can.
Yeah, I definitely do want to like try and get together with this guy one night. When he's back in town. I mean, because this is just like how do you come on someone's show like 3 times and you haven't met them in person yet? I'm just so mad that he wasn't in Nashville when we were there for our bachelor
That's
party.
why I asked him out on a date.
You definitely did ask him out on a date.
Yeah, like you guys are like the girls on the side, not what like you're just like, should we talk to him? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm gonna go talk to him.
Oh my god! All right, so we are done.
That is correct.
We are done for the night. Thanks to everybody who joined in. We have one more show for the week, which is tomorrow night, 9:00 on the Broken Bell Network. This is the Northeast Philly podcast. We are drafting sports movies. It is myself, it is Jeremy, and it is Tyler from Tyler Talks, with Keith as the host. And if Eric quits his job, he will be here as well. But I don't think Eric is quitting his job.
Not quite yet. Well, not the part-time job. Part-time.
Well, the part-time job. Don't want to take a... Yeah, he loves his full-time job. Whoever his new employees are, he loves it.
All right, before we go out, I'm just going to do the plugs. We have on, once we said, Tuesdays at 9:00 is the Hall of Fame Club podcast. Wednesdays, as you know, and as you are tuned in or maybe watching on the recap, we appreciate you. That is 9:00 Philly podcast. And the alternating week for the Northeast Philly podcast, sometimes every week, who knows, but it's always definitely every other. You guess which day that is. But this special Sunday, we do have author and podcaster. They just did, didn't they just do their 10th
Yeah,
year?
10-year anniversary of doing their podcasting.
Right?
Yep.
Damn.
And he started, and like I said, I was texting him, and I was like, "Your origin story sounds like ours." He does a podcast in his basement, and I'm like, we did our podcast in the basement. We had 34 followers, and I knew them all, and none of them watched. and now we have 69,000 followers, and now they're watching us.
Well, some of we followers, if you're watching on Facebook, could you just click on the YouTube as well and get that up, and the subscribe button and the bell notification and the like. I was told to say that because it gets you the likes. So do the likes thing.
Do the likes thing. Yeah.
Likes. I don't even know. The kids keep going, do the likes, and then they give me a thumbs up. I don't know what that means. It's cool when they do it. I feel popular, but so they told me to say that. Do the likes.
That's it. Just do the likes. Doesn't take much to support a podcast. All you gotta do is the likes and subscribe. That's it.
Right. And listen, tomorrow night's going to be a fun draft. I swear to God, if JV picks Ed, the monkey movie.
All right. So Eric, I know you won't. So we'll lead off with you. What really stupid pick is JV going to waste in this draft tomorrow? Sports movie draft, any era, any genre of sport, any category. If you can find something on like Pokemon cards, we'll go ahead and as the judge and moderator, I'll be like, that's a sport in some circles.
Air Bud.
Oh Christ, that's pretty bad. I thought you were going to go with the Wizard.
Never saw that one.
Fred Savage.
Wow. Wait, the Nintendo guy?
The Nintendo game when
he's playing Super Mario Brothers 3.
Is that the one where he's like wears the power glove or something?
Yeah, bro.
Like
yeah.
Okay, I did see that.
Yeah, hell yeah, you saw it.
I just didn't know the name of it.
How do you hear you saw that movie? Everyone wanted that piece of shit power glove.
And you had it.
The only Fred Savage movie that I actually remember watching and know was Little Monsters.
Little Monsters, yeah. Yeah, of course, with Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Need him, got him, need him, got him, need him, got him, got him, need him, got him. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Look, guys.
Air Bud.
Is that so? Chris, I don't want you to answer this. Eric's not going to be here, so we're going to be there live and see how stupid he gets. So stay tuned for 24 more hours to see how stupid our friend can be.
All right, take us out.
Oh my God, who's taking us out?
That's you, bro.
That's you, Eric. That's
All right,
your
guys. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching another fun-filled edition of the Philly Podcast. Thank you to our 3-time guest, Holdyn Barder, and our Woody the intern. Thank you always for what you do behind the scenes. Everyone that watched, thank you so much. Follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on X at CEV Sports, which Chris and I both have that and our names right down there. Let's see what else is there. I'm not even going to mention our Instagrams and stuff because we have like 14 of them between you and
we're on TikTok at Philly Podcast.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok as well at Eric Perugini, but everything's for the podcast. So everyone, thank you again for watching. It's been awesome. It's been real. We'll see you guys again. Have a good one and peace out, everyone. Go Birds!
Go Birds!
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.